वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Namaskaram to everyone. If you can hear me, can someone wave out to me, please? Preeti, can you hear me? Super. Good evening and namaskaram to everyone who's come on to our live show today. We have a very special program coming on today, and this is the first of our awards that we're going to be presenting over the week. So really happy to see, okay, we got about 35 people and I'm sure more will be joining. And our special guest for today, Ms.Arpita Reddy is also waiting. So she'll be coming on any minute now. So how's everyone doing? Can anyone wave out? Is everyone okay? Is everyone safe at home? Hi Reena, good to see you. Sureka, Narmada, hi. Nams, hi Shaila. I think Annu is also there. Sujata, hi, thank you. Hi Indu, thank you Indu. I think she's telling me I'm clear. I'm glad about that. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're going to get the special guest in. And guys, you might be seeing that I'm wearing a green because I thought it's important that, you know, we should wear the green color. We didn't want to wear a regular t-shirt. We want to dress up because, you know, it's that time of the whatever year or time that we are in. Just such little chance to dress up. So I think the rest of the week, the rest of the 5 days, we are going to dress up. And why don't you all also dress up? Yeah? Yeah, send it. I'm just going to ask Arpita Reddy to join. Before that, before Arpita comes in, I just want to say hi, Arpita.
Hello, Ms.Nina. Good evening.
Would you like to please put it on a vertical form, Arpita?
Yeah.
Yeah, super. Super. You're good to
Is
go.
it okay now?
Super, super. Okay, now that Arpita is in, I just want to show you a little something and then we're going to get on with the show. This has been done by our Manju Mudit's little daughter, Krisha. And this is love from her. I just want to show this to everyone who's on live today because I'm so proud of it. And this came with so much of love. Thank you, baby.
Wow, very nice.
Today's show, Arpita, you're looking good, Arpita, looking relaxed. And I think
thank you so much. Yes.
We have a lot in common, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, one of the foremost things I think that is in common with both of us, I think, is our devotion to Shirdi Sai Baba.
Yes.
Yes, and I was so thrilled to see that. And I noticed that, you know, on your DP, he's wearing a green color.
Yes. I consciously chose it.
Oh, you did it all by design.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think Nirmala also has joined us. Hi, Nirmala. Thank you for coming in. Nirmala, the visionary, is here. We're going to say a few words about her also. Thank you, Nirmala, for coming in.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for joining us.
Now, the second thing that we have in common is I think both of us are Reddys, Kada?
Yes, yes, Miss Nina.
And the third thing is I think it's the first time for Arpita to come on Insta Live. I think she's been busy with all her other meetings on different medium, but I think Insta Live is her first. And let me tell you, for me also, this is the first as a host.
Oh okay. That's great.
So let's go. So we get down to the formal side of the program. I'm just going to switch off the comments a little because I think it's disturbing Arpita's face. So I'm just going to go off and then I'm going to come back in a little while again.
Can you hear me properly, Miss Nina? Is my voice is clear?
Super clear. Super clear. Yeah. And I think, are you comfortable? Did you get some tea with you? This is green.
I
The
had
series.
my I had my tea just now. Yes.
Okay, this series is known as Green Tea with Nina.
Oh, great.
Okay, so we go on to talking about the Green Awards first for the people who have come in for the first time. Um, we, as the Green Goddesses, we would have had a really nice program, at Savera, like I think Shailaja mentioned last week. But because of the conditions that we are in, we did not want to miss it out. So we said we're just going to do one, online like, on this medium. So, and I think it's coming out well. We were able to reach the awards to each of our awardees, and we had a criteria for choosing each one of them. Each of them excel in their fields. All my 14 awardees, all of them that we have chosen so painstakingly, are completely deserving and worthy of it. So I guess from all of us.
Thank,
Yeah.
thank you so much for that award and for the thoughtful goodies as well that you had sent across to us.
And those were all kind of, handmade, most of the things that you receive. So
Yes,
keep it
yes.
as close to nature as possible. We at Green Goddess believe in that. And so we go on to what Arpita Reddy is all about and what the awards are all about right now. Yeah. We did not want to categorize people. What we did is we gave each of them a different kind of a name, and then they are known as the awardees for today that we're introducing. It is for a school, it is for a very renowned school called Arsha Vidya Mandir Senior Secondary School, which is located at Velachery. And during the conversation with Arpita, I just realized they also have a farm, which was fantastic news. We're going to hear all about that. And the award that was given to you, ma'am, is known as the Green Waste Warriors Award. Here are the recipients.
Thank you so much. The title is very nice, and thank you very much for the thoughtful title given to us.
So, Arpita, let's go back to how it all started, right? Uh, please tell us something about yourself first, and then we will go on to the school. I think Ms. Nirmala, before we go on to you, Arpita, just a few words about your visionary, Nirmala, who's a good friend of mine, and she's one person who told me some years back. She said, "Nina, you do so many things, you juggle so many things. I wish you would organize yourself better." She has been my best critic, and I want to tell the whole world about this now. I owe my being organized today to Nirmala Raja. Yeah. So Nirmala is to me a very passionate person. She's humble, she's simple, she's super intelligent, she's a multitasker, and she's a very progressive thinker. And some years back, I paid a visit to her school, and I was overawed by that. At that point of time, I did not do that, I did not know that it would be giving an award to your school. It is our privilege of the Green Goddess to be giving it to you. So thank you so much,
Thank you
Nirmala.
so much.
Arpita, come on, now tell us about yourself now.
Before I tell about myself, I would also like to, I share the same sentiments about Mrs. Nirmala Raja, our correspondent. She's a great visionary, and she's the driving force for the school, especially for the sustainable waste management practices that we are following, and a great influencer on my life as well. So I have learned a lot from ma'am, and thank you very much for that. So about myself, Mrs. Nina, I was born in Andhra Pradesh. I come from Kadapa district, a village in the Kadapa district. It's Anantrajpet. And I studied in Bangalore. I did my schooling in Bangalore, and I'm a BSc graduate, and I've also done my PG diploma in early childhood education, and I've been married into a family who is settled in Chennai. I have one daughter, and she's completed her undergrad program.
Okay.
So this is about myself.
And I did have a little conversation with Arpita a few days back because I just wanted to know the person I'm talking to, and she has shared that she was a botany student, and it's about 25 years since you've been in Chennai, haven't you, Arpita? Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
from
that's
the
a long
time of
time.
my
That's a
marriage.
long time. And let us go back to you said you were a botany student and then you did your BSc. But how come you are here? What made you choose what you're doing?
Um, I mean, after I got married, I had a baby, and then I wanted to do something um, meaningful in life, and I always was very passionate, and I used to like small children, and working with small children was a very happy thing for me. And so initially, I wanted to start some kind of a small creche or a play school for little children, and that's when, and I wanted to qualify myself for that, and that's when, after marriage, actually, I did my early childhood education course, and then I wanted to work before I start something of my own, and that's how I wanted to join a school that's more forward thinking, and uh, where I can learn a lot from, and that's how I joined Arsha Vidya Mandir School, and
There's been no looking back, I
there's
think.
no looking back at all, and I didn't feel the need to also, you know, to change or to start something of my own. So all that, I lived the dreams in Arsha Vidya Mandir.
That always happens, right, Arpita, when you find a place where your passions can be like fanned, and then you're being appreciated for what you're doing. So what is the need for anyone to move on? So I'm so glad your school and Ms. Nirmala provide you with that space, for you to grow, from strength to strength. I think you joined in the year 2003, and if I'm
Yes.
right, the school was started in 2002.
Yes.
Yes. So I think you have grown actually along with the school. So what are the
Yes.
changes you have seen and what did it start off and tell us about it?
Um, our school is always, forward. As I already mentioned, it's a forward-thinking school, and constantly there are new programs and new challenges that you come across, and it's never boring, because you don't, it's not like a run on the mill school where you do the same thing over and over again, and so it it keeps you alive. There's always a lot of food for thought, and it's challenging environment. It's a learning place not only for students, I think for all the teaching community as well, and all the people associated with the school. So it's never boring. It's always very enriching learning environment,
That
and
is
that
why
keeps.
I think that's why you need a good leader, and then I think you have that in Nirmala, who constantly gives you new ideas and new challenges because that's what life is all about. You can't plateau it. That's when boredom sets in. So I think you really are in the right place. And now coming back to tell me, how did the school take on this particular subject of waste management, and when was that?
We started garbology in the year 2013, and in Ashavidya Mandir, the classrooms are also more of student-driven classrooms. So we have project-based learning. It's not more of teacher-directed classrooms. It's not lecture methods. It's not about learning facts alone. So it's more of critical thinking, problem solving. So these are the skills that are encouraged and trained in children. So I think at one point in time, children started asking questions because they learn about pollution, they learn about air, water, They've seen the big landfill dumps in Kodangallur. Most of, since our school is located in Guindy, some of the children come from Velachery and Pallikarne. There's dumps there as well. So, children started questioning about it. So, you know,
And it is wonderful that schools like this are able to quench that thirst in a child. That's what makes Arsha Vidyalaya, I think, a different kind of a school, because I think you encourage the children to ask questions, and then you also provide the environment for them so that their questions are answered. So wonderful place to be in, Arpita. So tell me how did the whole process start? I mean, how did you all get down to doing it? I'm sure you required some formal training in this whole thing.
that's when I think the children and we realized we need to change our habits, because we are also contributing to that waste. We are also contributing to that landfill. And fortunately, we were introduced to an organization called Wasteless. So they are offering an educational program for students from age group 6 to 12. So that program is called Garbology One-on-One Activities. So it has 101 fun and engaging activities under 6 themes. So under waste and avoidance and reduction, and resource conservation, systems change, and conscious consumerism, and whole school activities. So these are the 6 very, very important themes as part of the Garbology One-on-One Activities. Very thoughtfully, very progressively, graded activities, very interactive activities, where it provides a tool for the teachers also to use in the classroom. So through fun, they learn about waste and these themes. And we introduced it to the children in 2013. And before we introduced it as a subject, the first thing we did was take a waste audit in the school.
Oh, okay.
What are the different types of waste that we are generating in the school? What are the categories of waste that we are producing in the school? So we collected the waste for a week, which is a good representation of waste, what Ashwavidya Mandir produces. And these mentors came, and then they separated the waste, they weighed the waste, they looked at the composition of the waste, and what were the materials in that waste. And we realized that 60% was leaf litter, and around 10% probably the food waste. And so the organic waste itself contributed to around 72%. And then we had the next was the paper waste, because the school we deal with a lot of paperwork and children's worksheets and booklets. So that was another 10 to 12% we had. That was the next category of waste that we were generating, and around 5 to 6% of plastics. And then we had mixed waste as well, so which is a wet waste, but which is soiled, and which does not come under one category. Like you see a Tetra Pak, which has a thin plastic film on the top, there's a cardboard, and there's an inner metal lining. So that's called mixed waste. So
Right, okay.
and that contributed to another 5%. And then we have the medical and the sanitary waste, and then the e-waste, because we also have computers and laptops at school. So it was not a hazardous waste, but it was definitely this. So,
But that,
so that
thing, just listening to you shows that there's so much of different kind of waste is generated in each of our, whether it's a household or whether it is a workplace or a school or a college. I think it's segregation is the key, isn't it? I think that's what it is all about. So you need to segregate it at source, so it's easy for people to pick it up and then discard it or recycle it, whatever. But I loved what you said about your audit. And I also heard that you have a regular audit in school, right? And it is run by the students. Is that true?
Yes, we do that. Now, of late in the last 2 years. So we've been doing that. Then after the waste audit was taken, then we felt, as you rightly said, segregation is the next important thing to do. If we have to, otherwise everything, all the waste was going to the landfill. It was going to the corporation bin. So the next was developing our infrastructure. So we looked at the various spaces in the schools, like classrooms, office, and laboratories, and we also studied what type of waste is generated in each of these spaces. So accordingly, the bins were also kept in these places. If it's a classroom, we have paper, plastic, and mixed bin. If you look at a chemistry lab, it would have a metal and a glass. And if it's lunch hall, it would have organic bin. So we decided to separate waste, segregate waste into 8 categories in school. So paper, plastic, organic, metal, glass, e-waste, sanitary, and medical waste.
Okay, to the listeners who have come in a little later, we are in conversation with Ms.Arpita Reddy, Deputy Correspondent from Arsha Vidyalaya. Yeah, and
Arsha Vidya Mandir.
Sorry, Arsha Vidya Mandir Secondary School, Higher Secondary School at Velachery. And they are the award, they have taken the award for the Green Waste Warrior Award from the Green Goddesses. So we're going to continue our conversation with just a couple of questions more from us. And we are keeping track of time. We've just got another maybe about 7 minutes. So let us answer a couple of questions from you, Arpita, because I think a lot of school children will benefit from this conversation, right? So how do you involve the students in this whole exercise? I mean, are they involved throughout?
Right from the time we started in 2013, it was a very participatory approach because right from developing our infrastructure, deciding on the segregation of waste, children were involved. The first thing the mentors did was to train and to have a brainstorming sessions with the entire community of Arsha Vidya Mandir, the student community, the teaching community, the support staff community, who are also the important stakeholders in this process. So, and from then onwards, I think in the classes, it was the children's responsibility to segregate the waste that they are generating in the classroom. So they have been involved right from the beginning.
And yes, I have come to your school, Arpita, and I think it's a beautifully kept school, and I think it's one of the cleanest ones. And I was really like overawed at that point of time itself. We're going to come again. We're going to come again as the Green Goddess team, if you allow us to come. And we would like to take inspiration from everything from you, and then we would like to partner with you all in any kind of way that we can. So I would like to say goodbye to Arpita at this point of time, and I hope all your students have come in. We're going to give a recorded session. The session will be recorded and you can view it on the Green Goddess. So you can show it to the children. And of course, there was a video that you had given us. I'm sorry we couldn't play that. We will try to play it at the end of the session, but even otherwise, it's going to be uploaded and you can see it forever. Right?
Thank you so much, Nina, for inviting us.
About my mispronouncing the school. Just to say goodbye to Ms.Arpita Reddy, the Deputy Correspondent from Arsha Vidya Mandir Senior Secondary School, Velachery, and which has been founded by Ms. Nirmala Raja. So thank you so much, Arpita. Now,
thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Nina.
Is there anything that you would like to say to us?
Thank you so much. I think I've attended your conversation last week. It was very inspiring. You're doing amazing work, and you're most welcome to visit our school. And then we will be happy to share more of our learnings and what practices that we follow in school with you. So
Thank you so much for this inspiring conversation and for all the input you have given us. Namaskaram.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. I think now we can have the comments to go. So how did you like that conversation? I mean, there's so much that schools can do today, isn't it? I mean, it's amazing. I mean, when we went to school sometime back, I mean that was maybe half a century back, but we had none of those. So there's so much to look forward to the students of today, for the young generation of today. And I realize that the generation today is much more aware than we ever were. That's because we have such fantastic schools like what we have here, and we have really important and inspiring people who start those schools and make them run. So that's a big salute to Nirmala for starting the school. And any questions from anyone that you would like to ask them, we can post it to them. In the meanwhile, I would say nothing would be possible without sponsors. And yes, I have to say it starts with Savera and the Brew Room and Amravati Home Foods. And then we have the Fruit Print, who gave us some interesting things for the hamper. And Swasta. We have something very, very interesting happening with Swasta. They've given us vouchers which are 500 rupees. And let me tell you, there's a surprise at the end of it. So the more people who come for more sessions will take back those vouchers. That'll be right at the end of the awards after a week. And then we have Sanuke and then Kara. These are our sponsors. And we thank you, sponsors, very much for keeping us going. So that's it. And I'm going to sign off if we do not have any questions. Do we have any students or the parents from the school here? I think we have Ruby. Ruby, are you there, Ruby? Because I know your kids go to the school. Yes, Divya, I think we're going to make a field trip to the school sometime very soon as part of the Green Goddess initiative. Yes. Hey, Ruby, you're there. Yes. So did your kids watch it? They must be so proud of Arpita and the school, isn't it? Okay, and then thank you, Uma. Thank you, Uma Muthuswamy. Nams, hi, thank you so much. So guys, I really hope that you all have enjoyed the session. And this is Nina Reddy, one of the Green Goddesses, signing off. And we are going to see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right? And you're going to have a couple of sessions over again in the week. So tomorrow, look out for the session. There's going to be another session from the Green Goddess. So bye-bye and have a great evening.